What's good, y'all? Welcome back. It's fresh. This is the Moon Runners. So today we're going to talk about what was the original Satoshi Nakamoto vision, why every American human on this planet, American citizen on this planet, every citizen, every human on this planet needs to understand Satoshi Nakamoto's vision and how Kaspa solves the trilemma, those two things, right? Satoshi Nakamoto's vision was solved by Kaspa's trilemma, and how the old system, the current system, is robbing us of our economic energy. Nobody explains it better than Jack Mallers, who is the CEO of Strike, which is a Bitcoin processing company. So the best example for this company is if you were to get paid from your job, you could have that transaction sent to Strike, direct deposit like you would do to a bank, and you could have that converted directly into BTC, Bitcoin. All right. So who better than this guy who does this every single day? We're going to open it up about how the current system, the United States, is being debased or devalued and is robbing us of our economic energy, our economic power. Our buying power in the future is being eroded every second of the day. Who better than Jack Mallers? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it going, man. Let's talk about this thing.
Everyone used to get married around 22, 23. Everyone's now getting married around 32, 33. Life expectancy is going down. Home ownership's going down. Divorce rates going up. And these are all metrics that tell me that in order to live a life what you're pleased with, it's requiring more time and energy. You know, your dad could have worked 2.5, 3, 4, 5 years to own a home. People are having to work 20, 30, 40, 50 years to own a home. They're still the same humans. Yep. So by debasing the currency, again, if you think of it as time and energy in an abstracted form, you're increasing the time and energy required to live a sustainable life. And it deteriorates society. It's really an awful, malicious thing to do to, when you say steal from people, they are stealing the time and energy from the collective populace. When your groceries double, when your McDonald's order doubles, whatever that is for you, and your gas price doubles, it's just requiring more time and energy for you to have the life that you need to have.
You know what, Jack? I think you have just nailed a much better definition of what...
I've never heard it articulated any better, you guys. They are robbing us of our economic energy. If you go type in Jack Mallers economic energy and you look for this video, this is a long podcast, and I watched it. I think it was, I don't even know, man. I watched so much content of Jack Mallers, but it was huge. It was a long podcast. I watched the whole thing, and he really broke down them robbing us of our economic energy. Today, we're here to talk about what was Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision. So reason why I started off with Jack Mallers is because Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision, which people think is Bitcoin, which is really Kaspa solving the trilemma, that gives the economic power, energy, freedom back to the people. It takes it away from the powers that be. We've got too comfortable thinking that the government needs to be in control of money. I don't know why we continue to live that way, why we continue to think that the government has to print money and we have to reside under that current system. So the new system that was given to us, which was a gift, shout out to Bitcoin Sniper, was like, man, Satoshi gave us a gift. For everybody that's new, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Here goes the phone number. This link that you're looking at on the screen is pinned as the first comment beneath this video. Go in the comment section. There goes the phone number. You can reach out to me, you guys, to get involved with the Patreon, all right? Patreon is going to come at a cost, so I'm just showing y'all that. This link right here will be, once it goes live, it will be linked in the comment section in that link, all right? The Patreon link will be added to this once it goes live. So who is Satoshi Nakamoto, you guys? Nobody knows. There's a guy that's in California, and the news rushed this guy, and they're like, this is Satoshi Nakamoto, this is the dude. And that's not even a guy. It's an Asian guy. So if you see pictures of an Asian guy, crazy looking hair, that's not Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is. As time goes on, people begin to speculate, and they've kind of concluded that Satoshi Nakamoto is probably a group of developers who created this, and they wanted to stay anonymous. So why do they want to stay anonymous? So that way the powers that be don't come at them. And this was given to us as a gift. It's better that whoever created Satoshi's vision, well, it started as Bitcoin. it's better if that group of people stay anonymous. Okay. All right. So I don't know what that is, but we're going to close that down. All right. So right here, this is the original Bitcoin white paper. And I will try to do my best to include this below. If not, you guys can go on Google and type in Bitcoin white paper. And it's simple. You know what I mean? It's a simple read. All right. So Bitcoin, right, was supposed to be, this was the original vision, Satoshi Nakamoto's vision. Bitcoin was supposed to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Now, you guys, they're not calling it a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. They are now calling it a store of value. This was the original term. So imagine if I created this iPhone and I said, this is an iPhone. And then one day I come along and I say, this phone is no longer an iPhone, it's called a fresh phone. And you're like, this has been called an iPhone since 2008 when you told us in October, November, and then you launched it January 2009. You said it was an iPhone. Now you're changing the name of it. That's kind of weird. Why would you say that it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system and now they're calling it a store of value? That's because Bitcoin does not operate as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It does not operate that way. It is now a store of value, which is electronic gold. And there can be more. You guys, I want y'all to understand something. There can be more than one value. I don't want people to be like, well, you know, I started off talking about Bitcoin because that was the first one I found and I understood the power of it. I understood what it was going to do, but um, it did not live up to Satoshi's vision. All right. So it's original white paper. And I'm going to briefly go over this and then we're going to go through everything else, right? Peer-to-peer electronic cash system would allow online payments be sent directly from party to another without going through a financial institution. I'm going to continue to break this down. When you watch me talk about Jack Mallers and how they're robbing us of our economic power, the more and more we continue to use this old system, the more and more they will continue to rob us of our economic power. Okay? It doesn't have to go to a financial institution. I don't know why people are so scared to take custody, the sovereignty back, the freedom back from the powers that be. And listen, it's our money that we're having to go out and exude our energy for, exert ourselves for, mind, body, or spirit, whatever. If you're working or you're using your mind to make money, we have to go exude that energy out into the world. So why, once we go do that, we go and then we go say, well, okay, well, I went out and I took and put my spiritual energy out to create this. And this is just an example of money. It's a phone. But I'm going to go give this to somebody else and let them hold it. That doesn't make sense to me. That's like you saying, okay, well, I gave birth to a child. For the women out there and the men, you have to create a child. And then you say, well, I'm going to go let somebody else raise it. But you love that child. It doesn't make sense. That's the only example I can give, where you're going to go out and buy a $150,000 luxury car and you love this car and you want this car, but then I'm going to go park it in the neighbor's garage. You're not going to do that. So why do we do that with our finances? Because people have been indoctrinated and we're not thinking. We're not using critical thinking. All right. So we want to break these things down. Okay. So going more in depth of Satoshi's vision, it would be able to be transacted, is designed and created through proof of work, right? That means basically you just have to use electricity and you have to use electronics miners to create these blocks and to do the transaction. So everything is hands off, right? Humans can't. This is a code that was created on the blockchain, Bitcoin. It's a fixed supply. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be distorted in any way. It requires everybody on the network to agree. When somebody says, nope, there's something malicious, this is something that's not, this is not conducive to the whole system, it's immediately rejected, right? I want to go privacy. All right. Let's say you and I wanted to transact $10 million. This can be done from you and I via a phone or device. No one knows who we are. Yes, you can see the transaction on the blockchain, but no one knows who sent it and who received it, right? And no traditional banking institution can stop. It cannot be stopped, right? As long as that $10 million is in the blockchain, it's in Bitcoin, it's in Kaspa, another crypto. And what I'm going to break down Kaspa. Kaspa is just simply faster, right? It's going to be sent. Boom, that $10 million is in crypto. It's going to be sent to the other person, and it's going to be done. The only thing with Bitcoin is it's going to be slower. That might take forever. I don't know. It could be as fast as 10 minutes to 30 minutes. I've seen Bitcoin transactions take hours. So with Casper, if you had $10 million and I was going to send, matter of fact, let me say you were going to send it to me, wouldn't you want it to get to me as fast as possible? That is the reason why Casper is more Bitcoin than Bitcoin. Because if you're going to send somebody 10 million, you don't want it suspended in space and both of y'all sweating. It's $10 million. Even if it's a financial institution and they're worth billions of dollars, they still don't want $10 million suspended in space for hours. They want that transaction to go through as fast as possible. That is part of Satoshi Nakamoto's vision. And I'm going to continue to break these things down so that way you guys understand it. All right. So uncovering the vision of Satoshi Nakamoto, and you guys can go look these things up for yourself. It's supposed to be decentralized, meaning it's not in one place. It's not controlled by any one single entity. That's centralization. That's the government. That is the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements. That's central banks. That's federal. That's all centralization. We want decentralization to where these things now, using my phone as an example of a miner, these miners are all over the world, and you can continue to mine Bitcoin, Kaspa, other cryptocurrencies, and nothing can stop it. If this goes down, there's still a mirror of it. There's still another miner somewhere in the world that's still producing. Those transactions are still happening, and those records are still being held on the blockchain, which is just a digital record system. If you guys look at a cabinet, when you opened the cabinet and there was filing in there, that is being done electronically now. So that's what the blockchain is. Bitcoin is being held on the blockchain, and the blockchain is just a digital ledger that's not only for monetary. It's not only for money or finances. Your home, your birth records, your social security, your whole life eventually one day will be held on the blockchain. Okay. It's decentralized. It's anonymous. That's all this is, right? You want it to be peer-to-peer and you want it to be anonymous. Remind you guys, we're taking back the power. That's what decentralization is. It's taking the power back from the old system, the traditional monetary system, right? Limited supply, 21 million coins, and it's way less than 21 million now because people are buying them up. And it gives, like I said, the economic power back to the people. So those are just some of the reasons for Satoshi's vision. I'm going to continue to break these things down. Okay, so out of these four that you see right now, decentralization is anonymous, limited supply, and empowerment. What does Caspa do to solve Satoshi's vision? Okay, so we said it's peer-to-peer network. Okay, Bitcoin does that, right? Distributed ledger, the blockchain. It's open source software. So let's go to open source software. Bitcoin is built in open source software, which means anyone can review the code and suggest changes and improvements, which is something that we do not want. We don't want people going in and changing the code. It has not been changed. Ever since they fixed all of the bugs early on between 2009 when it launched and 2012, they started fixing everything. Once it was fixed, it was set, and they said it is done. It's complete. Okay. This allows for greater transparency and collaboration, ability to innovate and adopt more quickly. So what they did, Bitcoin is the layer one. They tried and they've been working out the bugs to build layers on top of Bitcoin, which is not even set up to have layers built on it. And this is what Casper does to solve it, because it's all in one. There's no need for layer one and then layer one and then layer two. The layer two that's laid on top of layer one. Layer one is Bitcoin. Layer two is Lightning Network, which is supposed to try to increase the speed of Bitcoin. And they have not been able to be successful for this being able to be done with institutions or large amounts. Let's say it's $1 billion. They got to go do test runs with $1 million sending it through the Lightning Network to ensure that that $1 billion is going to get there. So they're doing test runs with smaller amounts. And anybody who knows about the Lightning Network, they know that it's been having bugs, it's been having issues. They have not been able to get that worked out. So getting back, how do all of these things pair up and equate? What am I saying about Satoshi Nakamoto's vision? Uncovering the vision. Bitcoin went from peer-to-peer electronic cash, is what they said. That's in the white paper. This was the original vision for it. Original vision for it. What did it say at the top? Right? Because Bitcoin is not peer-to-peer electronic cash. This is the original. Look at the headline. Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Bitcoin went from that to now it is a store of value. It's basically like digital gold. It's basically like a retirement savings plan, retirement. So let's say you're going to put 5,000 in Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, a whole Bitcoin is around $61,000 to $63,000. So somewhere around 63,000 at the time of this recording. And I'll pull that up and show you guys. You put that 5,000 in, Bitcoin is going to go to millions of dollars. That 5,000 will not be $5,000 in the future. That's the power of cryptocurrency and decentralization, as long as you're getting the right one. So Bitcoin now went to a store of value. Now, I thought I had it pulled up for Kaspa. All right. I seen something last night. It was talking about, y'all go look up the rate of increase of Bitcoin year to year. I don't know if it was 114%. I was watching something last night where they was talking about it. One of the economists, Michael Saylor, always talks about it. Lynn Alden, she's an economist. She's strong, real strong. Lynn Alden does a lot of really, really huge breakdown on Bitcoin and why it's necessary and things of that nature. So today we're going to talk about how Kaspa solves the trilemma. And this is the solution. Kaspa has solved and been the solving of Satoshi Nakamoto's vision via the trilemma. Okay. Now let's go back to what it says right here, right? Decentralized, it's anonymous, limited supply, and empowerment. Now, if we go down to number 6, this is how this is where the nightmare begins for Bitcoin. Scalability refers to the ability of a digital currency to maintain its performance and efficiency as it grows and is used by more people. If a digital currency cannot scale, it will become slower and efficient and costly to users, which can hinder its adoption. This scalability, this whole thing right here, is where Bitcoin fails Satoshi's vision. Kaspa solves the trilemma because it is scalable. It has been proven. They just did a lot of test runs with how many transactions that Kaspa can do. And I definitely should have had that, but I don't. All right, so what is Kaspa? Kaspa is the fastest, most scalable. Let's keep going back to that word, scalability. It has to be able to be scalable. What did I say? Scalability refers to the ability of digital currency to maintain its performance and efficiency as it grows and is used by more and more people. Bitcoin, if a digital currency cannot scale, it will become slow, inefficient, and costly to users. Okay. Now, this is the most scalable crypto in operation, you guys. Kaspa incorporates, how is it scalable? It incorporates the Blockdag DAG means direct acyclical graph. This is just nerdy terms. That means that it's fast. Bitcoin is on the blockchain, old technology. Blockdag, innovated future technology, and it's faster. Okay, so if I can give you an example, this is one block, this is another block. There's a line in between each block. It has to move from one block to the next. Okay, with the Ghost DAG or Block DAG, it allows for it not to have to go from one to the next. Kaspa is known for its fastest transactions. Revolutionary Block DAG architecture facilitates transactions to be added to a distributed ledger immediately. Okay. All right. So, which abides by principles of Satoshi Nakamoto's consensus or his vision? So I know we all are better with visuals, right? How does Casper work? It's the fastest transaction, instant confirmations, better scalability. Number 3, most important thing for Satoshi Nakamoto's vision has to be scalable, right? Decentralization, enhanced security, and block DAG architecture. All right, so this is what this is. Okay, so when you think about Satoshi Nakamoto's vision, I want you to correlate it with the trilemma because that's exactly what's necessary. Satoshi Nakamoto's vision has to solve all of the issues. So what is the trilemma? Okay, the trilemma means, or 3, fastest confirmation, right? High throughput and decentralization, right? I'm going to see if I can go back. I don't really want to close any of these out. I can close this one out. Okay. Now, Casper trilemma. I know a lot of people are better as long as they can see a visual. So that's the reason why I wanted to just pull up a visual real quick. So this is a visual, first and foremost, of block DAG. When I talked about blockchain versus block DAG, blockchain will have to go from one across to another. All the rest of this stuff wouldn't be here. But with a block DAG, it can send the transactions. Instead of it going from one to one, it can go to multiple. It can choose multiple paths. That's the word I'm looking for. So I wanted to really talk about the block DAG versus blockchain. And then I wanted to show you guys a chart of what Satoshi's vision would look like. Decentralization, security, and scalability, right? Bitcoin has the decentralization and it has the security because of the blockchain, but it fails with the scalability. This would be a visualization of the trilemma and how Casper solves all 3 of these. Okay. You guys can look up this information for yourselves. I really wanted to talk about this. This is for the newest people out there. There's a few things you guys got to understand. I do have videos and a video playlist on this channel. Okay. Bitcoin Beginner's Guide. The trilemma video that you're watching right now will be included in this playlist. Okay, I just want to pull this up. All right, so I don't know if that picture is going to always stay the same. Let me see if I can move this real quick. All right, so this is what you should see. I don't know why the video is kind of kicking all the new ones to the top, but this is what you should see. Beginner's Guide to Crypto, and I might change that. It's going to say Beginner's Guide to Crypto. Might be a picture of me in there because I just found something that threw it in there just to create the playlist real quick. Close that down. So things that new people, if you stayed to this point in the video, please watch this whole video. How to invest in crypto, a complete beginner's guide. Watch the whole video. Things that you should know. You should understand blockchain. You should understand block DAG technology. watch that whole video. You need to understand fully, read as much as you can on Satoshi Nakamoto's vision. I hope I articulated it well. I got videos on blockchain. I got videos on top exchanges. There is also a Google Doc that will have everything step by step for new people. You can get that Google Doc. All I ask you guys is become a part of the Patreon, become a part of the brotherhood. For people out there, man, that want to begin to transform their life. Again, this is about us taking back our economic liberties, our economic freedom, our economic power. The more and more they print money, you guys, that's the more and more in the future we will have less and less buying power. And I want y'all to understand something. Inflation is them eroding our economic power. Who do you think has to pay back the inflation? The American people do. So they get the power to destroy our economic future, and we have to foot the bill and pay it back. If that don't frustrate you and piss you off, that's why Satoshi Nakamoto's vision is important. That is the reason why you need to be doing an in-depth dive into understanding Kaspa. Kaspa's 17 cents a coin right now. So I want to really give y'all something right now. You guys need to get some skin in the game. Nothing about what I'm saying is financial advice. Here's a calculator. Get familiar with this website, coinmarketcap.com. You can get your first 100 Kaspa coins for $17 at 17 cents. Everybody that says they missed Bitcoin, Kaspa's more Bitcoin than Bitcoin because it solves the trilemma: decentralization, security, and scalability, you guys. It's fast, 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 fast. I put out videos showing about how fast Kaspa is. I don't know what happened. Screen went blank. I'm like, what? I was about to get frustrated, all the work I just put in. All right. Anyways, there's a lot of videos, you guys, about Kaspa. I have a Kaspa playlist for everybody out there. You can click right here and watch all of the Kaspa videos. You click on playlist, you can see the different ones that I got. For the new people, beginner's guide right here. Like I said, that thumbnail might change, but all the videos on Kaspa, how fast it is, everything. It's fresh, y'all. This is the Moon Runners. I hope I articulated this as simple as I could. You guys try to slow down, make sure I took my time. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you want to get involved with the brotherhood, get connected with us. Like I said, phone number, information to connect with me. This link right here will be pinned as the first comment. The link for the Patreon will be included in this link. Look in the comment section, pinned down there. Make sure y'all looking at everything you can about Satoshi Nakamoto's vision and how Kaspa solves the trilemma. This link, this website you're looking at is coinmarketcap.com. Come in there, type in search Kaspa, Kaspa. All right. I'll talk to you on the next one, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. It's fresh and I'm out. All right.